Hi, is the meeting room ready?
Yes, sir, it's ready. Sir, can I ask you something if you don't mind?
Yes, go ahead.
Sir, why do you want an HR department in the company?
So I have this certain agenda and functions in my mind. They can do the recruiting and hiring work. They can also help us in recruiting new employees as well as with the training and development program. And last but not the least, they can monitor the employees who are working great and they can give them rewards which will help them to motivate and to make them work in a better manner. And with our sister company in my mind, I need to have a HR department to create a safe work environment.
But, sir, we've done so well without an HR department. So, why the sudden change?
So having an HR department will only ensure the well-being of the company. It will also help us in selecting fresh talent for our company that will lead to the growth of the company. That will ensure that whatever grievances, if any arises, will be handled by them. That will be the internally will go smoother as the function of the department make sure of that. They will help us in having good employer and employer relation as well. They also have the knowledge of all laws while recruiting, so our company can be saved from any illegal recruiting.
That's great, sir. Well, I hope you find a good candidate out of both the consultancies that we have today. And they're both going to join the Zoom call now, so I suggest you do the same.
Absolutely, no worries. Let's start the meeting.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you? Good
I am good,
afternoon.
sir. How are you?
I'm great. I'm fine. Thank you.
Sir, can we start
Okay.
with the meeting?
Yes, sure. Why not? We'll start with the meeting. So, Miss Dara, you might know about our company, but still, let me give you some short information about our company. We are a clothing brand company, and the name of our company is Seven Seas Clothing Brand. We were established in 2010, and we started with seven types of clothing, and that's why the name it says Seven Seas Clothing Brand. From 2010, we grew quite well, and now we are thinking of opening a sister company in few months. And for that, we are thinking of hiring a HR team. So let's start with your pitch once you're good to go.
I'm all good, sir. I can start with the pitch now, and I have everything ready here. So, Rotich K wrote in an article of his in 2015 that HRM was a byproduct of human resource movement to give evidence that when the workforce is managed well, the business also improves drastically. Now, the basic purpose of HR, as you know, that in today's day and time, is basically to manage the talent in the business, to manage the acquisitions and any mergers of any kind, to ensure that diversity and ethical considerations are there in the company. And we at DG Consultants do exactly that. Now, DG Consultants was established in 2015 in Dubai, and we have people all over the world who've joined with us from various nationalities and various countries. And we hire those people for companies that choose to outsource their HR needs to us. And we offer multiple services to all of our clients. And among all of our services, our most preferred ones are outsourcing, where we take job descriptions and specifications from you. And then we use that data to filter out candidates and create a candidate pool that can suit your company. Then we shortlist an interview with them and bring them for your approval. As you all know, the standard selection and recruitment process. Now, the next are research services, where we offer you a list of candidates who will agree to take part in any market research that you would like to do. And we also offer administrative support that will save you a lot of your time and energy. And we take care of all of your administrative work like government documentation, validation, database creation, reference checking, and a lot more stuff. And our firm does ensure that all the recruitment selection is done without any sort of bias and is only according to merit. So, and it is also in alignment with the values and the needs of your firm.
Okay. So as you said, I have a question that what kind of recruitment you will be doing for my company?
Sir, whatever kind of recruitment that you would like. So internal and external recruitment can both be done.
Okay. So I would like, as you said, I would like to have a external and internal recruitment for my company. So how will you go about them?
Well, so when we go for an external recruitment approach, we go for a three-pronged strategy where we use advertisements, we use mergers and acquisitions, and we use e-requisitions where we take up series of candidates online through a website or through an email address, and then we create the best candidate pool for you. After that, we choose those candidates and we go further with them when it comes to the selection process. But when it comes to internal recruitments in general, we prefer to first create a report by taking suggestions from you as to what kind of employees and which employees would you like to see growing further in your company. We'll create a report on their work, whatever they've done so far, what their achievements are. And then accordingly, we'll create a report that will suit you. And it will also show you how compatible they will be if they go ahead. And then you can take the decision for the same.
Okay. So that seems great now. Let's talk about the selection process. I normally take CVs and just interview candidates and hire them if I like them. What would you do differently for me?
So it's pretty similar to what you said, but the thing is that we do go a little bit deeper into the process. Our process is one of the most optimum selection processes that I have seen. And I would suggest that you go for a slightly smaller process because that is what we think is the most efficient one for your company. Now we'll be getting in applications through the three approaches that I told you, and then we'll screen their CVs. Once their CVs are screened, then we can just take interviews of the ones that we shortlist and then discuss and decide with you amongst which candidate is going to be the best suitable for the job, and then offer them the job if you decide to say so.
Oh, okay. So I see you prefer Ulrich three-ledge tool method. Why is that so?
Now, so this method has proven very effective, for our company and for all of our clients. And the thing is that they normally prefer an HR manager that works closely with the top management or with them themselves. And that way, it's the best way to guarantee that the workforce and the employees in the company are being well cared for, and that the organization's goals are also met very effectively.
Okay, so then I have a question for you. What kind of screening process you do?
So our process is a little bit longer as the selection process is a little shorter. Now we'll start with educational qualifications and work experiences, and we check all of that first. But then we also check their social media handles and go for a reference check. As in today's time and date, it's very important to go through social media handles such as LinkedIn to be able to know what kind of a candidate they are, if they're well versed about their job or they're well versed about the market and the economy. And after that, we don't always go for the work experience and then the qualifications, because there is a lot of times that their achievements may be greater than their qualifications are. So at that time, the reference check really helps. And we don't really look at gender, age, religion, disability, marital status, because all of these are not really important when it comes to you having a very efficient and very effective candidate.
Okay, so now I would like to give you a situation, and on that basis, kind of what kind of your HR team will work. So I'll give you the situation. So the situation is an employees tell you their manager, a higher level executive, has treated them unfairly. So how will your HR team will deal with that thing?
So now like I can understand the situation as such that it may be very touchy for the executive in question and for the employee. But our HR team is very ethical in their work and they're very morally grounded. So they'll be very confident about the situation and they'll have effective communication with the employees. So first we'll conduct a thorough investigation from with and interview both the parties about the situation, of course. And we'll try to find out who is the one who actually goes in the wrong there. There are a lot of times that some people in the top level or some employees may have a difference in opinion and they might think that what they've said is not offensive, but it really is. So at that time, we'll try to check out what happens and what has happened. And then we'll take the corrective measures accordingly by talking to them, explaining to them why is it offensive and why it may not be said. And then we'll keep taking, checks from time to time, like follow up from time to time to see if they've corrected their mistakes or not.
Okay, so that was very well answered, Dara. I'm impressed by the method that your HR team follows.
Thank you, sir.
So,
Thank you
yeah,
so much. Are there any other
no,
questions that I can answer for you?
no. Thank you for your time and input. It was nice meeting you. I'll get in touch with you shortly.
It was nice meeting you too, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dara. Okay, so now let me add Mr. Harsh Vastani. Hello, good afternoon, Mr. Harsh Vastani. How are
Good
you?
afternoon,
So
sir.
can we
I'm
start
fine.
with so now can we start with your pitch if you're
Sure,
ready?
sir. Sure, sir. So I'm Harsh representing Good Hire. We have been operating from 2014 and since have expanded our networks in 4 countries, among which our top clients are in the UK. We, as a HR team, can help your organization in recruitment and selection. We will be monitoring your employees' performance. We can also help your employees in career planning. We will also make sure that your organization will be successful at both strategic level and at service delivery support. We also maintain a company culture and manage the employee benefits and so on. We have a low turnover rate and a high retention rate. So I can assure you only good candidates will be hired into your company. We use a multi-tiered approach in a HR working where problems are tackled according to severity and complexity, if any. This way, the candidates you approve of through a rigorous selection and recruitment process done by us will be working in the most optimized manner with least issues in working. I understand that you are opening a sister company, and as such, I assure you that once the HR manager is in place, you will not have to look into how the operations are going.
Okay, so please can you explain with the recruitment process?
Yes, sir. Sir, we have a slightly long recruitment process, but that is all done by us. We get in applications, then we screen them. After that, we choose the best ones for the interview. Then we shortlist candidates for second interview along with your team to get the best candidate. After the second interview, we take their medical examination, and as soon as they are clear, the job is offered to them.
Okay, so as you say, but on what basis do you screen the candidates?
Sir, candidates from the candidates pool are first check for educational qualifications, after that experience and achievements. Sir, there was something I would like to add about the ethics that our team follows, as well as about the equality and diversity during recruitment of any candidate. Can I?
Yes, of course you can.
So, as I mentioned, we are well recognized consultancy all over the world. So, I just wanted to mention that we have a proper knowledge about all the laws that are followed, especially in UK regarding the recruitment of employees. As we have most of our HR teams working in UK, we as a company want to give you assurance that we don't do any type of unethical recruitment. Like we don't place any misleading job advertisements. We treat all the candidates equally. We always maintain confidentiality of your candidates' data as well as the organization's data. And while recruiting, as I mentioned just now, that we treat all the employees and candidates equally. We don't discriminate any candidates on the basis of their age, disability, sexual orientation, or etc.
Okay, so now there is no more question from my side, but I wanted to ask, we have been doing great with the HR team till now. Can you please tell me why should we hire you as the HR team now?
Sir, I agree that you are doing great without an HR team, but the workload on your employees and on you as well is more without an HR team. If you hire any HR team, they can help you in the following things. Like the first thing is they can help you in strategic management by sharing their knowledge of how human capital affects organization success. They will also participate in corporate decision making that underlies current staffing assessments and projections for future workers needed based on your business demand. They can also help you on setting the wages and salaries of your employees by conducting surveys. They can also help you in minimizing the liability issues, also with the employee satisfaction, training, and development of employees. By hiring a team, you can take some of the workload off your head and concentrate on other problems of the company. That's why you should hire any HR team.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Harsh Vastani. We'll get back to you shortly. Thank you.
Sure, sir. Thank you so much.